Good evening and welcome, everybody. Please confirm in chat if you guys can hear me and see me too. Welcome to the session, guys. One more Margdarshika series, career guidance reloaded, and exclusively at Biotechnica. So, welcome to the session. Please confirm in chat if you guys can hear me as well as see me so that I can kickstart the session. So, I'm waiting for everybody's comments here. I'll put mine first. Hello, everyone. All right. Ankita Chauhan, good evening and welcome. I remember you were there on the Monday session. Welcome back to the session. And everybody else, please quickly in chat, reply, where are you from and what do you do? What's your qualification? Where are you from? What do you do? What's your qualification? What are you doing currently? Are you a student? Are you a working professional? Are you in industry? Quickly in the chat box, guys. Today is going to be one of those unique sessions where we will talk about networking, right? So quickly, I'm waiting for everybody's reply. Please respond in the chat box. Where are you from? And what do you do? All right. So let's start this session by asking a simple question. Why do we need networking? Right? We need networking because we have finished our degree and now we are looking for a job. And anywhere and everywhere we're going, they're talking about references, right? And as freshers, nobody is giving us a job, right? So that is where personal branding and networking comes into picture, right? So Ankit Chauhan. Sorry, I said Ankita Chauhan. Sorry. Ankit Chauhan, I'm from Meerut, UP, currently pursuing BSc Biotechnology final year. Wonderful. You are at the right place at the right time. Technical Ween, good evening. And where are you from? So networking we're talking today, right? Networking is what? Networking is when you are not getting a job easily. People are asking references and they're saying you have to get some kind of reference from somebody to get a job, right? That is where this challenge begins, and that is the reason you need to learn networking, right? Isn't that interesting? You've done your degree and now nobody is ready to give you a job. So you need to do networking. So that's something which we talk in every video of Biotechnica. Almost every video where we talk about jobs will say you have to do networking. बड़ा ही यक्ष प्रश्न है ये. It's a big problem, right? Okay, Technical Ween is from Faridabad, pursuing BTech from Kurukshetra University. Once again, you are at the right place, right time. Can you please tell me your name? Because I love talking to people with their names, because I'm sure your name is not Technical Ween. Must be something else. Okay. So networking is the key to your success in the biotech industry, or for that matter, any industry, right? Sharvani, hi sir, I'm Sharvani from Hyderabad, pursuing BDC, I'm sure it's BSc Biotechnology second year, yes. So that, again, Sharvani, you're at the right place, right time, because all the students who are in their bachelor's, that's the right place to start your networking work, okay? So the skill set must be started early in your life. Even though you are in masters or passed out, doesn't matter. I'll teach you some tricks and tips which will definitely help you. Okay. Praveen Pal. Okay, Praveen. Nice name, Praveen. And Ankit, very excited for today's session. How I make a network. Yeah, of course, right? So Praveen is in second year. Wonderful. So guys, let's look at the biotech industry. Like always, I have said, biotech industry is a small industry. Like, you know, imagine a small town where everybody knows everybody. Uske chacha ke nana ke taya, you know, everybody knows everybody. Cousin, sisters, father, you know, this is how it works. So that's how biotech industry is. Everybody knows everybody, right? But if you're able to network, you get better. I'll give you an example. The best example of networking is when people remember you by name. For example, I met Ankit on the Monday session, so I now remember Ankit, right? So that's how you make people remember you and your name. That's very important, right? Okay, want everything. That's a nice nickname. I have only one question. Please reply. CSIR में 13 units है तो exam में सारी units से equal questions आते हैं या नहीं? No, it doesn't. But this session is not about that. Want everything. What's your name? Mahavir Rahman. I'm from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, pursuing BTech Biotech first year. Wow, that's nice, Rahman. It's really great that you are pursuing first year and you are here. I'm so glad you're here. Sharvani, all your family members are saying that there's no scope in biotechnology. Can you speak about this? What is the next step after BSc? Definitely, I'm right here to answer that question, right? Okay, so do I have the permission to start? Can you guys please type in the chat box BIO, bring it on. If I have the permission to start, BIO, bring it on, right? Type in the chat box, bring it on. Let's see how many of you want me to bring on today's topic. Bring it on. Type BIO in the comment section. Okay, wonderful. I got one BIO from Ankit. Thank you, Ankit. So I have the permission to start now. I'll start with the first thing. Okay. So we'll start with the freshers because generally freshers are the people who need networking. So let's look at that first. Okay. So I'm going to, yeah, this is better. This one is better. Yeah. So what freshers normally do? That's something which you all should know. Normally, as freshers, what we do, we will do this. We'll wake up on a fine Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, so probably not Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday. We'll wake up on one fine Tuesday. We'll start bombarding all the email IDs, whatever we get through, and we'll start sending news, emails like, okay, I want a job. Then Wednesday, relax. Okay, बहुत सारे लोगों को, we have sent so many emails, so somebody will definitely reply. In the meanwhile, we'll go and watch some negative YouTube videos, right? Which will say there is no scope, there is no future, everything is over, you have done a mistake, now go and jump from the building. That's what negative YouTube videos say, right? At the moment you have pursued a biosciences career, they will start talking, oh, no, you've done a big mistake, please leave the field, right? So, okay, that happens. Then what freshers will do, they will think, crib, and procrastinate on Thursdays, delay, okay, we'll wait, maybe somebody will reply. Again, no reply came, okay, let me again start applying. Okay, and we start applying to everybody on Friday. But the result will be 0. And why it will be 0? The reason is because we are thinking that if we demand from the universe will come and hand over that success to me. That's not how it works. I will give you an example. I'm here, right? I'm the CEO of a company. And suppose you want a job in Biotechnica, right? So if you just drop me a mail and say, I want a job in Biotechnica, do you think I'll give you? No, I won't. Nobody will. And that's the secret mantra you should understand. Nobody is going to hand over a job. Nobody is just sitting and waiting that Mr. XYZ will send me a mail, so I will hand over a job. No, it doesn't happen that way. Instead, how does it work? The first factor you have to know is anybody who will hand over a job to you, they must like you, okay? They must trust you, and they must feel that you are a credible person, that you are a reliable person. After that, so all these three should happen. After that, the attitude comes, after that the knowledge comes, after that the concept comes, after that all that teamwork, all that comes. But the first thing they look at is attitude. The first thing they look at is, can I trust this person? Do I like this person? Can I work with this person? Right, but you drop a mail, do you think I can judge by reading a mail? No, I cannot, right? And that is why 99.9999% people get rejected, because they just sent a cold email, right? So when they send a cold email, rejection is pakka. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to highlight in today's session. Okay, guys. Now, let us move on to the next part. Okay, so if that is the case, what next? Now, you should know what does not count as a job search. Okay, now what doesn't count as a job search? These are the things. Just thinking that you will get a job, you won't get a job. Just wanting a job won't get you a job. Just desiring that somebody will give you a 6-figure salary job won't get you a job. Self-doubting that you are not good enough won't get you a job. Okay, dreaming about it won't get you a job. Watching some random YouTube videos and the comments below it is definitely not going to get you a job. And of course, overthinking and cribbing is not going to get you a job. What is going to get you a job is networking, which I'm going to talk in a short while from now. I hope everybody is clear here. The first thing I said is, as a fresher, this is what normally we do, but don't do this now. You need a plan, you need a strategy, and networking is one of the part of that strategy. Okay. Now, this is what does not count as a job search. Now, let's look at network. Okay. What is a network? Now, everybody take out your phone and see, do you have a network? Right? You have a network signal, right? What it is? What is signal? What is it? That network? Basically, your phone is connected to only one tower, correct? Am I right? Your phone is connected only to one tower. But if that tower is not connected to the other towers, then you are not connected to internet, then you are not connected to the cellular network. Understood? So, even though you are connected to that particular tower, the nearest tower, if that tower is not connected to other ones, you won't get any signal, right? The same thing is happening to your job search also. Whenever you do a job search, or in future when you will do a job search, if you connect with somebody, but that somebody is not connected to everybody, you are not going to get any benefit, right? The best example I gave you is a mobile network. Okay. Now, let's look at what exactly we have to do for networking. Here are some steps which you should do. The first is you have to grow your network. Okay. Now, how do you grow your network? If you just randomly send requests to 100 people and say that I want to connect with you, it will not work. I'll show you how do you grow your network in a short while from now. The next is engage with your network. So now how do you engage? By being active on various social media handles like LinkedIn, which is one of the best, one of the biggest social professional network where you can network is LinkedIn. So you have to engage the audience. The third is re-engaging the audience. So you engage, then you have to re-engage. Okay, all this I'll tell you in detail. And then after like 1 month, 2 months, or 5 months, or 1 year of engaging and re-engaging, you have to reach out to somebody and then say, I am Mr. XYZ and I am looking for this, right? But you don't demand, okay? Instead, you volunteer, right? You ask. And then informational interview will happen, and then probably if they don't have a vacancy, or if they can't help you in their own company, they will give you a referral or something like that. So these are very basic but concise steps, but I will now elaborate it for all of you. Is this clear, everybody? Please comment in the chat box, right? Now, for all those people who feel that, okay, I'm a shy person, so I cannot network, please think about this once again. Don't you want a job, whether you are a shy person or not a shy person, whether you are an extrovert or an introvert, you have to network. See, I was a very shy child. I still am. I cannot really talk to a lot of strangers, but over a period of time, I developed this habit and it has worked in a nice way to me. So if you are shy and you deny to network, be ready to stay poor, live on a subsidy, stay middle class, keep cribbing, keep self-doubting, leave the industry, or live a mediocre life. I'm sure you don't want all this, right? So now let's jump in to the next part. You need to create a professional profile of yours, right? Now, what is a professional profile? Anybody? Tell me in the chat box. A professional profile is an industry-oriented CV, your LinkedIn profile, your cover letter, which is written in a nice way, which is neither exaggeration nor a understatement. You have to develop a statement of purpose whenever you apply for academic jobs. Your reasons why you are applying for a particular job, that will change every time. And then other social media profiles, because all the recruiters are always going to cross-verify what kind of person you are. So this is how you develop your professional profile. Even before you go for this networking session, which I showed you just now, even before you go for this networking session, you have to... Okay, can you guys see the slides now? Okay, so even before you develop this networking session, Okay, you have to do this. So I'm going to repeat everything what I said. The first thing, what normally freshers do, they'll wake up on a Tuesday, they'll submit some CVs, they'll do nothing on Wednesday, then again they will watch some negative YouTube videos, they'll think, crib, procrastinate, and then apply again on Friday thinking that somebody will give them a job. Result is 0. Okay. Next one, what I said, what does not count as a job search? Thinking, wanting, desiring, cribbing, watching some random YouTube videos, dreaming, and self-doubting is not going to get you your job. Okay. I hope this is clear now. Okay. All right. Now let us move on to the next steps, which is, how do you network? You have to grow, you have to engage. First, you have to grow your network. First, you have to engage, then you have to engage the network, then you have to re-engage, then you have to reach out, then you have to ask for informational interviews, and then later on, you have to seek for job referrals. And all that we will be talking in today's session. And then I talked about if you're a shy person, probably in that case, of course, you don't want to stay poor, you don't want to live on a subsidy, stay middle class, or keep cribbing, or keep self-doubting, or leave the industry, or live a mediocre life. So this is what I'm talking about till now. Now, quickly, let's jump in. So how do you craft your professional profile? You have to first develop your industry-oriented CV. You have to also develop your LinkedIn profile. You have to develop a cover letter. You have to develop a statement of purpose. You have to develop a reason why you want to apply for that particular job. And then you should always clean up all other social media handles so that you are thorough and clean, because all the recruiters are always going to come back and cross-verify all your social handles, okay, what kind of person you are. So all this must be taken care of. Clear, everybody? Okay, so now let's look at the next steps which we have got. The next steps which we have, we'll start from the first one. You have to develop a industry-oriented CV. Right? So please don't copy your friend's CV. CV should be one page, okay? And it should have all the information in crisp and concise manner, in a well-formatted manner, but you have to design it for the applicant tracking system. So I'm going to give you some examples here. I'll show the pointers on the screen and then I'll keep explaining it for everybody, okay? So let's start with the first one, build a strong LinkedIn profile, right? How do you build a strong LinkedIn profile? The first things first, you have to choose the right profile picture. Okay. Now the profile picture should not be some random picture clicked by someone in a marriage and then you upload it. Okay. I've done that mistake. Please don't do that. Instead, what you have to do is reach out to a professional photographer or a studio in your locality. Ask him to take a profile picture. Okay. Maybe you are standing like this or something. So take a professional profile picture, and that you can upload in the image. Okay. And then now you have to write down the description, who you are, what you are. For example, I will read out my profile. So what have I written for myself? So basically your profile, let me just see if I can share my screen here. Okay. Hopefully I can, yeah. Yes. So now, as you can see here, this is the profile image. I hope you can see that now, right? So the profile image should be done by a professional photographer. The background can be something which you like. And then you have to put your designation. If your designation is not there, still you can write something nice about yourself, okay? And then what we'll do is, let me just show you how it looks for others. I'm sure there must be a way of doing that. Let me check on that. Okay, so now here is the real magic about. This must be carefully crafted, okay? I hope everybody can see it, right? Can you guys see it? You have to mention who are you, what do you do, what have you done so far, and what you like to do, okay? Who are you, what you have done so far, what do you love to do, what you like to do, all that you have to mention. Okay, what are your achievements? In a brief format. For example, it is written, Shekhar Suman is the co-founder of Biotechnica Info Private Limited. He's an entrepreneur, writer, public speaker, and a motivational coach. Now, obviously, as a fresher, you won't have these credentials. Even I didn't have. Instead, you can mention about your qualities. Okay, you can mention about your qualities, like you are a hustler, or you are a person who problem solving skills, creative thinking, something. So you can mention all that here. Okay, so that's the first thing. You have to build a strong LinkedIn profile. Okay, now then you have to also mention your qualifications. Okay, and then let's look at the next steps. Once you have built your LinkedIn profile, we will now jump to the next one, which is connect with colleagues and industry professionals, right? So how do you do that? Let's say I have to now, let me share my screen once again. Let's say that I have to reach out to someone. So I have to reach out to someone from biotechnology, right? So, okay, this is jobs. I can just go to people. So I see, okay, these are the people, right? But then I need to find out the connections who are in that particular location, say India, right? Suppose India. So I will just apply India here, show results. So now I'm all the student people in India are there. But now I want to connect to someone in Biocon, right? So I can see that, right? Now I can see all the people who are in India from Biocon, right? And now what we'll do is we will try to look at how can we connect. So suppose I want to connect to her. Now, before I connect to her, I have to make sure that my profile is compelling enough. Like, why should somebody, I'm a fresher, why should somebody connect to me, right? So that is where your headline works, okay? So that is where you have to mention some of your achievements, right? For example, what's your achievement? Anybody? Comment below. What is your achievement? What do you think should be your achievement, which should be below your name? Like your name is XYZ. Okay, below that, what should be the achievement you would like to write? Will you write fresher? No, don't do that. If you write a fresher, nobody is going to connect with you and accept your request, because they know the next thing you will do is ask for a job, right? Is it clear, everybody? I'm waiting for the answers quickly in the chat box. Please reply. Everybody, please reply in the chat box. Okay, all right. So while you guys are replying, let me move forward. So I can see that he's a senior director, right? Now, if he's a senior director in Biocon, and if I have to connect to him, right? And he's in my, not my immediate network. So first I need to go and watch his profile. Okay, I need to read whatever is there. And then I need to check what all things he has done, right? And then, after that, you have to send a connection request, but there you have to mention a note. You should always make a note. Okay, everybody's following that? Okay, so I am getting some replies here. Ankit, there must be some achievement. We will look into that. But in the meanwhile, okay, Nikita Arya, I remember your name. So volunteer of NSS. Okay, instead, if you are a volunteer of NSS, you can write NSS champion. These kind of words you have to use. Okay, and undergraduate in biotechnology. No, don't write your title. Okay, don't write your title as your qualification. That's going to backfire. Okay, so now that I have to connect with Mr. Asim right now. Okay, so see, the first thing he will do is, even before he accepts my request, he's going to see, okay, who is this person? So for example, it's coming Arunav Lahiri, senior director, right? So if Arunav is sending a request to Asim, he's more likely to accept, right? The same way, if I am sending what is my qualification, what is my the subtitle below that matters, right? So it will come as co-founder Biotechnica. So for you, it should be something like NSS champion, something. You must be a gold medalist, you must have done some achievement. You have to write that. And if you're not able to figure out, please drop me a mail, I will guide you. Okay, that's something I'll guide you. So let me mention my email address to you. If in case you're not able to decide what is the achievement, you can just send across your CV to me. I'll try to guide you. Okay, here is my email ID, as you can see. Okay, Ankit, see, there are multiple achievements you can write. Okay, but let me just finish this point and I'll come back to your point. Okay, so now what message I should send? Now the thing is, Asim is director at Biocon. You can mention now If you are a fresher, obviously you have to write like this: hello sir, I am a big fan of your work. Now, not in the current company, you can also always mention the previous company or his research work at suppose Connectious. Would love to connect and explore how can we collaborate on various projects. So something like that, right? So you can either write his previous company or the current company, whatever it is, and then you can send, right? And please don't send the same thing to everybody, because that's not how it works. You can always have various different ways, okay? So that's one way of doing it. All right, now, okay, Sagnik, it is not tough for a fresher to enlist achievements. There are so many adjectives which you can use, okay? You can write hustler, creative thinker, problem solver, so many things you can write, okay? It's not that you don't have achievement, right? Adjectives, any of the adjectives which defines you becomes your achievement, because you would have done that in the past, right? So that's about. Yes, you can also mention any awards you did. Okay, now please don't mention CSR Net qualified. That doesn't qualify as an award. That's just a certificate. Instead, you can write gold medalist. Don't write university topper. Gold medalist is something which works. Something which is creamy. Okay, which sounds very attractive. Okay. All right. So Nikita, I don't have much in my CV. Drop me a mail, Nikita. I'll look at your CV and I'll advise you. Summer internship, but I fear that they will not shortlist me, and my CV don't have much. It is very basic. Nikita, you have to drop me a mail. I'll check your CV and advise you. Okay. So that's something which you guys have to know. So I just showed you a demo of how you do the second part. So first part I said is build a strong LinkedIn profile. Second thing I said is connect with colleagues and industry professionals. Okay. Now the third one, join relevant LinkedIn groups. Okay. And why should you do that? Let's look at that. Right. So anybody would like to comment here? Any questions you have, you can mention right now. Anybody has any comments, any questions? Please tell me in the chat box. Okay. All right. So now the third point is joining relevant LinkedIn groups. So why do you need to do that? Let's look at that. So let me share my screen once again. Right. I hope you're enjoying this session till now. So I've not sent any request to Asim. Let me just go and again search for biotechnology and change this to people, and then choose it as biocon, suppose, right? So let's look at Ria. So Ria is in second in my network. You can see this is one of the perfect profile. You can see how she has done it, right? And she's just MTech working in biocon, right? So this is one of the perfect profiles I'm talking about. So you can see here the groups which she is a part of, right? So we can just look at, okay, what are her top voices, companies or schools, right? So we can always look for the groups, right? Which all groups are common in between us. So like you can see right now, okay, there's no group, no problem. So let's go back and, okay, let me just type biotechnology once again, people, and we'll choose India, and then we'll choose, suppose, Syngene, okay? And we can just go ahead and try out different combinations, right? Now, suppose Bhagyashree is an associate scientist here in Syngene. I want to connect to her. So now I have to first explore, do we have any, interest in common or school in common or company in common? If the answer is no, okay, no problem. Then we can go ahead. What is there in common in between me and Bhagyashree which will attract her to connect with me? Okay. And that is something, because LinkedIn is notorious for freshers. Like, people know that you're going to approach them for jobs, so they will not accept your connection. So don't do that. Instead, you have to, when you connect, send the right thing, which is similar. Okay. Now, how do you do that? You can just go in activity and see what she's posting. Right. So she has posted that I'm happy to share that I've been promoted to associate scientist at Syngene, and this was 4 months ago. Right. So now you got a chance. Okay, let me talk to Bhagyashree and congratulate her on her success. And then I will try to ask her that what's the secret of success? I'm really curious to know. So that's something you can do. So this is one of the ways you do stuff. right? I hope this makes sense now. So join relevant LinkedIn groups and find interests in common. Okay, I will again put here, join LinkedIn groups and find interests in common. All right, and let me just show that here now. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. All right, so now that you have done that, what's next? Very important, attending virtual events. How many of you do that? Let me check how many of you do that. Do you guys attend virtual events? Comment below in the comment section, everybody, live chat. Okay, how many of you attend virtual events? It's very important to attend virtual events, whether it is on LinkedIn or whether it is on Biotechnica or whether it is anywhere. You see, there are various speakers who come in these virtual events, okay? And the best part is virtual events may more variety of speakers can come because they don't need to move out of their armchair, right? They can aram se do armchair analysis and you can listen from your comfortable chairs and learn, right? So what do you guys do? Attend virtual events, whether it is free or paid, please attend. Now, one very important thing, if it is free, probably it's just an ad, but if it is paid, okay, that is where you will be able to get a chance to interact with that speaker, okay, right? So, okay, Nikita says that she attended a virtual workshop recently on IPR. So see, you didn't just earn a knowledge about IPR, you also earned some connections. So whomsoever spoke, now you have a reason to connect with them that, hey, I heard your speech in this virtual event. It was so nice. I would love to connect with you and learn more from you. You are, amazing. So one weakness of every human is if you praise, they will obviously love it, but don't flatter. Genuine praise, okay? Don't flatter, genuine praise. So when you attend events, you get a chance to network with the speaker. And the speaker generally, 99.99% cases, speakers are very highly qualified people, right? So if as a fresher, you're getting a chance. So now all this you have to do while you are still in your bachelor's and master's, okay? If you have not done, please start doing it from day one. Like we say, the best day to plant a tree was 20 years ago and then today, right? So if you have not done it till date, then start doing it right now, okay? Is it clear, everybody? So let's move on to the next point. So that's what you do, attend virtual events and then reach out to those speakers, okay? Not just by email, and don't spam and don't start asking for job. Instead, just network, say that, hi, I just loved your talk. I would love to connect, okay? All right, now that you have done that, so let's now go here, okay? Now, how do you nurture your particular profile? Now you can see Sinjin has just posted this. Go ahead and either repost it. If you like it, comment it, whatever is your feeling, you reply here, right? Now, don't do hate speech or hate comments. Instead, something sweet, which people will like. So you can always do that on any of the pages. So you can see like this person has shared something or this person has shared something. Whoever is sharing whatever, you guys can, okay, my screen is not shared. Okay. I hope you can see that now. So whoever has, posted anything, you can go ahead, like you can see Sinjin has posted this update. You can go and comment or repost. Okay, so whatever is there in your LinkedIn feed, if you like it, please do. Like you can see Dr. Anu Acharya just shared a poll. So you can just not just vote, but you can also comment. Now, what happens is if you keep doing that consistently for the next 1 year, and probably later on, when Anu posts a job, and if it is relevant to you, if you apply, your chances of selection is higher. So that's something you should know. That's an amazing way of doing it. So virtual events and of course, being active. So that's where the next point is, be proactive. Okay. Now, what is being proactive? So you have to post on your network. You have to, share content. That's my actually next point. Be proactive, go to your LinkedIn feed, and whoever is sharing whatever, please comment. Okay. No matter he or she is from your network or not from your network. So for example, your interest is CRISPR, you can go to CRISPR hashtag, look for some posts, what people are posting. Okay. You can click on post here. Okay. I hope you can see my screen. Right, and then you can go and you can see Adil Parvez has shared something 3 days ago. So you can go ahead and comment here, right? Now you can see nobody has commented here. So the moment you comment, Adil will notice, right? So that's how you do things here, okay? Now, that's one way of doing it, and there are multiple ways. The next part is sharing content. Now, as a fresher, what kind of content you can share? You can share and reshare, right? So for example, Biotechnica shared something. Like I generally post a lot of stuff on LinkedIn. Suppose I shared some thought or something which you liked. If you liked, you can share to your network. Now, if your network notices that, they're obviously going to pay attention who shared, that is you. So, when you share somebody else's content, it is called as co-branding. It's like, why do people advertise in cricket? Because they wanted co-branding, because everybody is watching cricket, right? The same way. So when you share interesting content to your network, they are going to like, comment, share, and that is going to work for you. Let me check if I can show you one profile, and that's an excellent example here. Yeah, let me just pull this profile out for you guys. So her name is Ananya, I guess, and yeah, and you can see here, I have just shared. So Ananya is a biotech enthusiast. She is she is a fresher per se, but she shares some interesting content, I guess. So she's from Ramaya Institute of Technology. You can see some things she's sharing. Even today, she has shared a Biotechnica job here. Now, just think why she has to go ahead and share this Biotechnica job in her network 5 hours ago. Because now, whenever somebody will search for these hashtags, that person will land up in Ananya's network, right? And that person will like, and he will go ahead and actually network with Ananya, thinking that Ananya is a resourceful person, right? So that is what you should be doing. So not just Ananya. Biotechnica shares a lot of information. You can share that, or various other things which she shares. You can also go to Ananya's profile and check out. But that's something which is great. So, and Ananya is just a fresher. I think last year passed out, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So she passed out a while ago, I guess. Yeah, 2022, she finished her MTech. You can see here, right? So this is one example, right? So yeah, now the next point is keep your profile up to date, right? Now, what do you do? What do you mean by that? Keeping your profile up to date. And that means whatever is your achievement, whatever is your upcoming achievement, please mention that, right? And don't think that it is boasting or show off. No, it is not. See, if there are two people selling idlis, okay, in a market, why somebody should buy your idli and not the other person's idli, right? So there should be some features, right? Your LinkedIn profile is your biggest recruitment portal in the world, not India, world, right? So you can bag global opportunities if you use LinkedIn properly, right? So that is where you have to keep your profile up to date. You have to add more flavors, add more certifications, whatever certifications. Suppose you did it Biotechnica, okay, CRISPR I did, okay, update that, add that certificate. So the more flavors you add, because at the end of the day, after you have applied, okay, after you have applied for a job, they're going to see, right? They're going to see your LinkedIn profile. So if it is up to date, they'll get impressed. If it is not up to date, they're going to buy idli from someone else, right? LinkedIn is all about marketing. You have to be very good in marketing your CV, right? Next comes the next part, which is using the right keywords, right? So if you use the word fresher, nobody's going to hire you. Okay, that's a strict no word in your profile on LinkedIn or in your CV. Okay, you're not a fresher. Okay, everybody in the chat box, quickly. Type down, you're not a fresher. I'm not a fresher. Type down, I'm not a fresher. Everybody. Whoever types first, I will showcase that person's comment in the comment section here. Everybody, quickly type in the chat box. Okay, so there's some questions coming in. I have completed my master's in biotechnology. Komal Sinha, how can I get research assistant position? Network. Komal, that's the key. That's what we're talking here. Okay, everybody, please type in the chat box. I'm not a fresher. Yes, that's a... Okay, the first one is from Sharvani. I'm not a fresher, right? Good. That's great. Amir. Kajal. Yes, I'm not a fresher. You're not a fresher. How can you be a fresher? Right. You have experience. You have experience while you were doing your master's. Stop saying that you're a fresher. You're not a fresher. Okay. Instead, you say experienced in whatever is technicality, say chromatography, spectroscopy, anything. Suppose you attended a workshop and you have gained some experience. Mention that. Okay, spectroscopy enthusiast, right? Hustler in HPLC, whatever, right? So use the right keywords and use the right hashtags. Okay, that also will come a little later. Use the right keywords in your CV so that anybody searching, they should land. Now, I just now showed you how do I know Ananya and how do I remember Ananya? Okay, because she's very good in her personal branding. You can see her profile, even she's right now online. That's a great thing, right? Probably I can chat with her and show you. So how do I remember Ananya? You can see recently she did some certification and she uploaded this PDF, right? So all this is very much needed. You can see all the keywords she has added. She's just a fresher, right? 2022 pass out. And she's mentioning biotechnologist, building green street, technology enthusiast, passionate about nutrition and agriculture innovations, something like that. Okay. You have to remember that there is always a way out. You're not a fresher, right? You have to just find out the right adjectives for yourself. Okay. That's a key takeaway for everybody. Use the right keywords, use the right adjectives, right? Use the right adjectives, right? Okay. Now, follow up. Whenever you are approaching someone and he has interacted with you, suppose you attended a conference at Biotechnica and you networked with me, suppose. Now obviously I'm very busy because I am a CEO of a company. I have to run the show, right? So I will not be remembering that I have to reply to you, right? But that is where follow-up comes. You have to persistently follow up without annoying that person, right? So don't follow up every day. Don't send a message every day. Instead, wait for 3 days and then say, hi, how are you, sir? I just saw your post on this. I'm really interested. Do let me know. How can I help you? So, how does it work? It works like this. You have to give 100 times and then demand once. Okay. Share content hundreds of times, comment on posts, repost, right? And keep doing it for months together, maybe 12 months. Now you build a great network, like there are 10,000 people. For example, I showed you Ananya here. You can see she has got around 6,500 followers. You can see that, right? So build your follower base, right? And then once you have that follower base, like 6,000 or 7,000 or 10,000, maybe 20,000, 1 lakh, and then you post on LinkedIn that, hey, connections, I am looking for a job. My qualification is this. I know there's someone who can help me. You guys are really great. Please help me out. Okay. And then you see everybody will start tagging you. Go apply there. Go do this, do that, right? People want to help. Do you know this? Okay. Do you know this? People want to help. That's very, very important, right? Okay. So everybody will do a quick, game here. Everybody please type down the hashtags which you'll use for your LinkedIn CV. What you'll use? Hashtag immunology, like Prachi has written here, hashtag immunology, right? So everybody please type down the chat box what hashtags you'll use in your LinkedIn profile. In the meanwhile, I'll hydrate myself and you all start writing in the chat box. What exactly should be your hashtag, right? Yes, Praveen, you're not a fresher. Good. I'm just waiting for everybody else to reply. Right. So what hashtags you will use in your profile, everybody? Okay. All right. I believe everybody is typing. So in the meanwhile, so like I said, so you have to share, be active on LinkedIn hundreds of times, okay, in the next 12 months. Build a profile, build a follower base, build connections, and then one fine day you say that, hey guys, I'm so glad to inform you that I have achieved this in my life. Now I'm ready to, join the industry. Anybody has any openings, let me know. So now 100 people would be already knowing you by name. For example, how I know Ananya, right? The same way, right? That's how it works, right? Now, okay, so we are getting the hashtags now. Hashtag biotechnology for Ankit. That's a broad one. You have to use some techniques like spectroscopy, microscopy, something like that. Okay, microbiologist. Okay, healthcare, Nikita. Okay, these are broad terms. Please don't use broad terms, specific terms. Okay, not microbiologist, not biotechnology. What is your passion? That should be the hashtag. Okay, that's how it should be. Okay. No, the subjects should not be the hashtag. Okay, this can be one of the hashtags. Some specific technology. Yeah, this is a good one, Nikita. So you can make it as hashtag RDT or RDNA technology, right? Right. So no, Praveen, biotechnology is a very broad term. You should not have that. Okay. Anyways, So biopythonist, that's a nice one. But again, Sharvani, very important here. Will anybody search this word biopythonist on LinkedIn? No, he will not. He will just search biopython. So have hashtag biopython, right? Okay, Anand has, okay, welcome Anand. For the first time I'm seeing you today in today's session. So you have bioinformatics. No, not bioinformatics. Instead, a particular thing in bioinformatics which you love, like drug discovery, right? Something like that, okay? So don't use the subject as hashtag. It can be one of the hashtags, but the main hashtag should be your particular expertise, okay? All right, so now give 100 times and then demand once, okay? And that one should be best. That is how this world works, okay? I am not sure if anybody remembers, long time ago, I shared this quotation with all of you, and this quotation was, let me just type if I remember, the world is looking for short-term profit out of you. Anybody remembers the rest part? Out of you, but you have to gain long-term, I think, benefit from them or something like that. It was. I'm not remembering the exact quotation. It was, the world is looking for short-term profit out of you, but you have to gain long-term. Let me just look at the quotes which I write. Hold on. Right. So that was a nice one. Okay. And then I'll display it on the screen for all of you. Okay. So that's what happens, guys. See, when you are trying to share, okay, short term, okay. I'm not able to locate it. Okay, no problem. I'll just type down here long-term investment. Yeah, it was investment. So that's what exactly it was. I'm going to show it now on the screen. I hope you can see it. The world is looking for short-term profit out of you, but you have to gain long-term investment from them. Okay. So what really happens is your network is actually looking for profit out of you. Like you will share something and they will get benefited, right? But if you have shared for 1,000 times, finally, once they will, help you as well. This is how it works. So you have to start working on your profile in LinkedIn right from your BSc or MSc, wherever you are, get started today itself. Okay. And the best way is sharing content, which I'm sharing. You can network with me, you can connect with me, and you can always, follow up with me. Now, most important thing, very important thing is don't copy stuff from other places and copy and paste it in your LinkedIn profile. Instead, be authentic. Create your own thoughts, whatever thoughts comes in your mind, share that. Okay. And of course, use hashtags that we have already discussed. So these are the pointers which I wanted to share. Now, I wanted to highlight here is I have developed a full course. I've not started that course yet. I'm going to start very, very soon. But I do have a very nice course for all of you, which is called as Biotech Career Launchpad. Let me see if I can share that link with you. If in case you guys are interested, you can go for it. In that particular course, we have used this, we have shared more techniques and technologies on networking. You can even try that. Let me just share this link with you. Okay, I hope everybody has got the link here. Okay, so this particular link you can use. This course is just 999 rupees, less than 1,000 rupees. And this course will help you out if in case you are interested. Now, in the meanwhile, now I'm open to questions. Anybody has any questions, please ask and I will answer that, right? So anybody has any questions, I'm right here. Okay, so these were the pointers which I wanted to share with all of you today. And thank you so much for joining. And I will share my LinkedIn profile because I'm here to, network with all of you. So please do share your, you can just send me a connection request and I'll accept that. Okay. So yeah, that's the link, pretty much it. You can join me there. You can send me a connection request and I will connect with you and we can build a stronger network for everybody, right? So these are the pointers which I wanted to share with all of you. Anybody has any questions, please go ahead and type that down. Okay, Kajal had a question. If you're writing hashtags, so we should have knowledge in depth of that. So yes, you should gain the knowledge in depth of that, right? So yes, Kajal, if you are mentioning that, then you should have that. You can't just bluff, right? I can do a job after BSc Biotechnology. Yes, you can, provided that the company accepts you. For that, you have to do networking. I know a lot of people after BSc who joined Biocon and they're doing great. Okay, so that's possible. Okay, so I am waiting for everybody's response now in the chat box. Any questions you have, you can ask me right now. Okay, which type of course is this and for which students? You can go there, Amir, and check that out. That's for networking, resume drafting, SOP, and research proposal writing and R&D techniques. So it's basically it helps you prepare for the interviews. It has got, it helps you gain competitive edge in the market. Job market, enhances your employability. You can learn from industry experts. A lot of things are there. I have given you in the link. You can check that out. Okay, Prachi has given me a thumbs up. Thank you, Prachi. I hope you liked the session. Please do click the like button if you did like it. If you didn't, then press the thumbs down. Okay. Next question is from Bala Murugan. I've joined for coding for biologist course when it'll get started. So Bala Murugan, it started already today. I guess you missed the first class. The recording of the class will be available. Please contact our team at cst@biotechnica.org or dial the helpline number. They will guide you. Okay, don't worry on that. You'll definitely get the classes. Okay, any more questions, guys? Because we are running out of time. I have 9 more minutes before I end this session. Okay, so any questions, anybody? I am waiting for your responses. Quickly in the chat box, everybody. All right. Yes, there is a question from Komal Sinha. Sir, when we apply for any job in a company, we have to mention years of experience. What should we mention? Like 0 years? No. See, you should have done something. Like when you are applying for that particular position, obviously you should have some experience, right? So we have to reverse engineer. Start looking at the jobs which are there in your target company and see what kind of experience they are expecting, and then gain that experience. Okay, whether it is internship, whether it is a certification, and then you can mention their certified this, say CRISPR expert. You are applying for a CRISPR job, so you can say write certified CRISPR expert from Biotechnica. You can mention that, or if you have say 6 months experience or 6 months virtual experience also counts. So these things you can mention. Okay. That will always work. So I want to learn CRISPR Cas9 technology. Kajal, you can always check on Biotechnica store. That is where all the action on CRISPR is happening. Okay, today's session is very amazing and helps us how to make connections. Ankit, actually, I should told you 1% of how actually I do networking. I think not even 0.1%. Very soon, I'm going to come up with a complete cohort live where you guys will learn the actual nuances of how can you have 10,000 followers while you're still a fresher and then you get a job, right? So tens of thousands of followers you can gain in LinkedIn, and then you can get a job as well through LinkedIn. Okay. So Ankit, definitely thank you so much for appreciating. Thank you, Amir. It was wonderful interacting with you. Okay, Nikita has a question. How is NCDC for doing internship? It's good, no doubt. Okay, anywhere if you're getting a chance to do internship, please do it. Okay, there's no such thing as a good internship or a bad internship. It's just an experience, right? It's just an experience, and all that experience boils down to growth in your career, right? Okay, so any more questions? Anybody? Please go ahead. I'm right here to answer you. This is very rare we talk on this particular topic. Okay, Anand Kumar, last time I forgot to say thanks to you for providing me the BGT internship in the lowest possible price. That's the only reason now I'm gaining knowledge of bioinformatics. Thank you, sir. Wonderful, and thank you so much, Anand. I'm sure you are enjoying the bioinformatics global tools and techniques internship. It's a great pleasure to have you as a student, and I'm sure Farhan Zamir sir is doing all the hard work, heavy lifting to make sure that you all become experts in the industry. Wonderful. Thank you so much for that feedback, Anand. Ankit, sir, job के साथ साथ MSc कर सकते हैं? I will suggest not to do that. See, MSc is an intensive thing, job is an intensive thing. Both will demand your attention and you will die paying attention, okay? Do one thing at a time, okay? While you're in MSc, you can do networking, no? You can build your profile and then crack a job as soon as you do it, right? Okay, Sharvani, what interns we gonna make while doing our graduation? You can do a lot of internships, Sharvani. You can do virtual internships. You can do paid as well as unpaid internship. You can volunteer. You can help out a CEO. You can help out a scientist virtually. All that counts as an internship, and at the end, you can ask for a certificate of internship. Right? Many a times they will not announce internship, but when you volunteer, and they'll give you that. Right? Even that counts. Okay. So see, the basic thing here is, I'll give you example. Like I showed you so many people, right? Scientists, directors. Why do you think they will pay attention to your profile? No, they won't, right? If you demand something from them, they won't. Instead, if you volunteer to help, they may, but not in the first instance. In the first instance, you have to just connect. So you have to just praise them. You have to reach out and say that, hey, I'm really a big fan of your profile. And don't just use the same words. Be creative, okay? If you really genuinely like their profile, then only send a connection request. Even that is the important point. Okay. So Nikita, thank you so much for appreciating. I hope you loved the session, and thank you once again. Anybody and everybody, any questions? I'm right here. Otherwise, I'm going to end this session in the next 60 seconds. Right. Last question for the day. Anybody has got the last question for the day? I'm up here for you. I'm right here, and please do send me a connection request so that I know you by name, so that we can network better and we all can build a greater future for each other, right? So yeah, thank you, Komal. It was wonderful. And if in case you are a part of Biotechnica's Telegram group, that's great. If you are not, then please join us here, because all the action, all the latest updates from Biotechnica is happening right here. Okay, so t.me/Biotechnica, that's the profile. Okay, if you go to Biotechnica, okay, I have written the wrong one. Sorry, I'll just delete this one. Please ignore this one. I'll just send the correct t.me/Biotechnica. Yeah, I have a habit of writing biotechnica.org. Yeah, this is the one, guys. This one is right here. Please use this link to join the Biotechnica's Telegram group. It will help you stay up to date with the latest in the industry. It will help you network as well, right? Okay, Sharvani, sir, can we want to volunteer in our LinkedIn profile? Yeah, you can mention that, but that will not look good, because that also reflects that you are so free. Okay, so don't just mention that. Instead, you have to give that specificity to some people, not everybody. Mushavir Rahman, thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. I learned a lot from this session. Thank you so much. I am so glad that you learned something. And yeah, sir, motivation quotes tell us. Okay, I'll tell you a motivation quote for today. Okay, so since Amir has requested one motivation quote for everybody: don't compete, dominate. Okay, don't compete, dominate. Don't beg for a job, network for a job. Okay, do you want me to type that? I'll type that. So don't compete, dominate. Okay, dominate. And don't beg for a job, network for a job. I think this is a nice line. Thank you, Ankit, for asking. I am a chalta firta dukan of quotations, right? And okay, Vamsi has a question about BITP. Is it useful? Definitely it is. It's a very nice opportunity if you're getting it. As an achievement, I can write the certification course and workshop that I have done in LinkedIn profile. Of course, Anand, you can do that. You can do that. Okay. So last lines for everybody. I'm going to end this session now. Don't compete, dominate. Don't beg for a job, network for a job. I think I can add one more line to it. Don't talk, deliver. Okay, so don't talk just on LinkedIn. Deliver results by volunteering, by participating, by commenting, by reposting, by helping others. And yeah, that's more than sufficient for today. Thank you so much. And Prachi, okay. Thank you so much for appreciating. So with these lines, I will end this session. It was wonderful interacting with all of you. Please be in touch. Please network with me. And let's build a greater, grander future for all of you. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye. Good night.